Hey, we're gonna put you a little bit closer.
Alright, yeah.
So you ain't gotta lean, hurt your back. I know how that is. Stressful, especially in the engineer chair. You leaning over like, right. How these vocals sound? Straining your lower back, trying to fix some vocals. Like,
Right.
Unless I'm getting the first album, Snoop, I don't want to hear it.
First off, it's having the experience from that first album, Snoop.
I understand.
To begin with,
However,
having him up there, it's like you learn from the.
However, though, he almost had a Nas. He almost had a Nas curse.
All right, we're gonna just welcome back to 2.5 policies.
Policies.
All right, by policy. Go ahead, if you're watching on YouTube or any other platform that we're up, go ahead, by policy, go ahead and select that like button. Once you do that, you have to leave a comment. Outside of that, be sure to subscribe, tell your mom, tell your auntie, tell your sister. We're taking it way back. Go ahead and tell your fine mama. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. All due respect. Thank you guys for tuning in to 2.5 LLC podcast. You already know me, the one who talks a lot. You have Sir Trav, aka now I am the Faith Walker. And of course, we have my man Dre.
Hey, it's Retro Dre in the building, aka DRE, aka your favorite engineer, your favorite videographer, your favorite podcast host, your favorite person you may want to be, but you're not yet. Your favorite. I can get anybody on the show, and we can have a great show on the planet. Your favorite show maker, show creator, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Of course. And your favorite creator's favorite creator. What are we talking about here? It's Retro Dre. It's Dre in the building.
He said retro.
However,
we're
not here to talk about us tonight. We are here to present someone who doesn't need to be presented, but has already presented himself. He calls himself.
You hear it, you gonna know it's gonna be who it is.
And he calls himself the Undiscovered Master.
Yes, sir.
AKA UMC 2022. Coming soon.
There you go.
The soon has already arrived on Friday. Wherever your streaming platforms you listen to,
all platforms.
It's out now. UMC.
And don't forget to hustle on, y'all. Don't forget.
Hustle ambition. Hustle ambition, baby.
We have Hollywood's in the building. Hit the yellow button, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is it?
Yes. Yes.
Yo, it's mad low.
It's your boy Hollywood.
No, wrong one. That's our mics. Turn up the wrong stuff.
My bad. I knew that. Which one?
It's the volume button right beside the other buttons. It's right there. No, keep going. One more. Yes. Yes. Right. Now hit the button for yourself.
There you go.
All right, but before we get started, we have to let them know what they get into. We have to let them know. It's the moment y'all have been. Turn me up. Turn the Bluetooth up. See what? Right beside the button you just used. Yeah, the other one. And one more. Nope. One more. Yup.
I'm an undiscovered master.
There you go.
If you would have said just the blue, I would have got
MC. Feel me?
Now, this album was mixed and mastered by yours truly at AMI Studios, the best studio in the world. So you know what to do. You want stuff sound like that.
Play the symphony. UMC. It's the freaking album. Fake niggas so pussy. Blood is leaking out. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. They testing the boy. Respect the good life. The fruits and the rest I avoid. Paper chasing. An independent individual. Paper making. It's tough when you got little pups in the place to raise them. Speaking for my older age, grown and sexy. Get your younger frame, drink water, let go to Pepsi. Get after bigger things, good credit, bigger rings, let your bread stack on your bread. I wonder if a change could be in the making. Bring it home the bacon, mix it with your cheese, that's an omelet. Poverty escaping, not trying to be stuck in this same cycle. Because them Jacksons that keep me moving. Get money like Michael, I keep improving and I'm better with time. I'm trying to not work, sleeping in the bed on my grind. But let me switch it up, I was about to but I thought about it. Shit is unsettling to talk about it. When you going through shit, some shit you let go and let God, cause it can get out of hand. I'll let fly the fist and fuck a nigga up. Bloody nose, broken skull cap. Was taught to be the bigger man and fall back. Blocking all the haters, that's a tall task. I don't fuck with you fools, you still in school. What you need, a hall pass? Invincible, kick you out the class, I'm the principal. Teaching you a disease that's really transmissible. And your wife looking kissable. Get a body snatched, put a print in that kitty. You could call it copycat. Thanks cuz for the entendres. The difference is we blood, can't nobody erase this burn. We rhyme bombing, and you the real chess player. Checkmating, recline vibing. We smoking these snickers, and I keep it real, the rest faking. I was killing shit, met a lot of real niggas. Hopped in the wheel and shit, pill to a destination. At a place where I ain't see none of you niggas, but that's another conversation. Dig me, I'm kinda happy I ain't buried 6 feet or stuffed in a ditch. Them gangsters move quickly, straight to the bag and straight to the cash. Believe it or not, like Ripley, I'm a cool nigga, I can play pool nigga, and my tank is never on empty. I'm simply universal courageous, versatility amazing. Used to be on TV and catch me on pages in the papers. Factory, all the new niggas come after me. Pave the way to make the players play, cause y'all see the difference, it's a greater day. I ain't come to play, nope. Man, I'm here to stay. Yes. Got Jones all in my bones and I'm trying to keep the faith. Filling my mental with music, enlighten my lyrics with fuses. Never abuse it, putting my passion in pretty much everything, never refusing. Listen, close the fucking casket, I did that. A lot of y'all be snickering, I break you like a Kit Kat. I'm cool with being not cool with niggas. I never fit in, hello. I'm a pigeon in the pig pen, gorilla in a pool full of gators, a lion in the snake pit, a man in a room full of haters. Was praying every day, hoping I make it. I'm still an undiscovered MC, but that flag I finally raised it.
Gorilla in a pool full of gators, a lion in a snake pit, a man in a room full of haters. Was praying every day, hoping I make it. I'm still an undiscovered MC, but that flag I finally raised it.
Nice little intro, you know?
Man.
Nice little intro. That intro is me, what, 6?
I try to make it a little shorter.
5 minutes? I think yes.
I tried to shorten it all up, but I was like, man, this beat is crazy.
You did it just right. When I tell you, I was like literally, so like I was telling you before, now on the air to tell you guys, I'm in my truck just rolling the window down.
Uh-huh.
I cannot make this up too. I stopped at the stoplight waiting. Like, cause I told you it's gonna be a while cause of the rain.
Yeah.
Bump into it or whatever, and like this dude gets off the phone with his shorty in the front seat, and she's just vibing her head. I'm thinking she's vibing to what's playing in the car, but I don't hear anything in their car, so I turn it down.
Yeah.
And she just turned and look up at me. She's like,
thumbs up. That's what's up.
Like this blazing chick. I'm like,
yeah.
I turn it back up, wait at the light, put the pedal to the metal, and I got hit.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
They probably like, what is that? Who's that? What's that?
Nah, it was fire because she just started like because we were chilling in traffic for a hot second.
Okay.
I'm waiting, inching up every couple inches or whatever.
Yeah.
And she just like I saw her like I'm like, oh, she's cute or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I realized like, oh, she got a man in the front seat. Well, I'm like, nah. Just look forward.
Damn, that's
like,
what's
and I'm
up,
in a
man.
pickup, so I'm looking down anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was just chilling like this first. But you could see.
You can see it, yeah.
Like the reaction to it. Like so, I got an actual live reaction from someone else.
Right.
But it was fire though, cause I had that blasting.
Damn, that's cool. What's up. That makes me feel real good, man. Damn. That's all I ever wanted, man. Just for my music to motivate somebody, you know, feel good music, man. I've been doing this from the muscle, so it's like, just to hear that, what you just told me, man. Just like, man, it just makes me feel more like passionate about it. Like, I just want to keep going full throttle with it now, man. Like, nonstop. Like, damn.
So how old were you when you first started writing?
I say 9, 10, 11 or something. You know, little raps I was writing. Me and my little cousin. You know, probably. You know, I started out like, you know, really writing aggressively. Like, you know, I was living with my grandma. We was in the basement. We was just writing every day. Me and my cousin. You know, I was doing little shows and stuff here and there. I went to school, did little talent shows here and there. So, you know, but I was writing crazier. Like, I think I was writing crazy back in the day. I'm writing crazy now, but back in the day, like, I was just like, you know, I just write on. I put the pen to the pad and
just let it go.
Let it go, man. I say I'm writing a song in 30 minutes, like 3/16s, just all I ever want to do is write. I got like 6, 7, 8, right, 9 composition books full of just music that ain't even been heard of yet. I didn't even put it out. Like, I mean, it's, some of the stuff on there I did go to the studio do, but a lot of it is just, I didn't even release it, man. It's just written down, old music just written in my books, just sitting.
Well, look, and from the delicate words of our gracious host, you got something out there. Put that out.
Right.
I say that because similar to you, I started picking up pencil when I was 5 or 6 years old. Originally, the first thing I started writing like short stories, and music came right along with it.
Okay.
This guy, like, I can relate to the compositions. Like,
yeah, composition.
Like, trust me, I can relate to it. I have 4 books in my truck right now.
He has notebooks.
That are completely filled.
Notebooks.
Right.
Binders. Bins.
The little spirals on the
that's
back.
Nothing. I got a bunch of stuff.
I'll say, just to guess, he probably has a good 20 chilling. And that's just probably one set.
They say, yeah, you're off, bro.
Yeah, and that's just one set.
I have to do a recount because of the move or whatever. I'm trying to make sure I have my stuff.
That's crazy. You hear this?
56 different books.
It's no legible work besides school stuff that's out. Not
even that.
Man.
But no, I say that to relate only because it's like, I like hearing, and when I say I like, matter of fact, I'll do what my manager does. I wish. I like the fact that, you're still into it. And I wish that you had more of that unwritten stuff, that unreleased stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I have a swivel of like a whole bunch of CDs, like, and that's what I want to bring up to you too. I gotta go. I want to bring them in, kind of put them on, because there's a lot of stuff I did in old studios back in like early 2000.
I'm gonna cut you off. We do not have a CD player, but I will ask a few questions to see if I can get your request done.
Cause I mean, yeah, cause it's like I got a lot of stuff.
This is part of the reason. Not to cut you off. This is part of the reason why, like, I did not want to be a sound engineer at first and whatnot, because everything I ever had growing up was burned on a CD. And that's how I wanted to put music out, putting it on a CD. And now everything is like, go ahead, we're gonna connect it to this, we're gonna connect it to this, and this is gonna travel through.
It's crazy, man. Like, I got a lot of work on CDs, man, that I got back in the day. Like, if I could just get them off the CD onto a computer, flash drive or whatever, like, man.
If you let ahead of time, if we can figure something out, we'll get back to you.
Okay, cool, yeah. Let me know, bro. Let me know. It ain't doing nothing but sitting.
Shit, bro. CDs, though, that's fine. It's really crazy, because, like, everything I like is old school, right? I have a bit of an older soul.
Okay.
But even to my mic, I got.
I see. I got my joint here.
You know what I'm saying? Who's side like, you know how it is. As I like the older stuff. I loved how people would put out stuff like back then, how they would just, hand CDs out and whatnot. Like, I born in the 90s, grew up 2000s, of course, right? In your case, born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, right?
Oh, born in the 80s.
Born in the 80s.
Well, actually, my birthday, October 9th, 1980. So I was born right on the 8.
Right on the 8, okay. so boom, there we go. Like, 80s baby, born, teen years in the 90s. So, fire.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, all these 80s babies look like better than the 2000s and 90s babies right now. Like, just to say that.
Yes, sir.
But the whole CD portion of it, right? Like, I came across a CD that my sister had gave me. It was what was J-Lo's album years ago? Whatever had Life is Love and Life is Loving is very special. What was the song? All I Have.
Yeah. All I have.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I came across that and I'm like, yo, I got a CD. I gotta find some more stuff. Like, 'cause it's funny. My mother used to keep old cassette tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the small tapes too. And I'm like,
I remember them tapes too.
like, I've been in vehicles where that's all you could play.
All you could play. Yep.
And I like my dream car, 67 Impala. That's all that takes. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it's really cool. I like seeing the older stuff, and then being the younger guy. And it's crazy. Time passes and it's newer, but the time before is older. Like us being in this newer generation, this newer time. It's so cool to see how much of us are out there that prefer and love the older style.
Yeah.
Because you guys realize what magic you have now that so much time has passed. And that's super sick. That's super sick.
Right.
Like, the whole... What movie am I thinking? Is it Brown Sugar and Mos Def was in that? Yeah, like that entire process, having the CDs and whatnot, going to try to get your stuff heard, like, that's always been fire to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's super sick.
Yeah.
Right, question up to your album, right?
Yeah.
What would you say was the mental battle between putting everything out, and then also what was the most proud portion of this entire project you put out?
Well, the mental battle, is just trying to hurry up and get it out. You know what I mean? But I want people to hear it so bad, and it's like. Dre told me, it was a story he told me. I was like, yo, I just did Hustler's Ambition. And I was like, man, I'm trying to put this joint out. I was like, you think I should hold on to it? He's like, hold on to it.
That's him.
Hold on to it.
Dre's
so I was like, all right. I kept asking too. Like every day I was like, hey bro, can I put this joint out? He's like,
no.
I'm like, I want to put that joint out so bad. So I took his advice, man. I held on to it, a good month or two or something before I put that joint out. I recorded it about a month or two before I released it. So, I mean, mentally it's just, just trying to, hold on to the music. And I learned that as I went, it's trying to hold on to the music and just get everything right. Come back, get it mastered, mixed down, sharpen it up and everything. So I had to learn how to do that instead of just putting anything and everything out so fast. I had to mentally teach myself how to do that. And what was the other question?
The other question was what? So that was your mental of it.
Yeah.
What was something that was you were absolutely proud of the finished result? Like, which song gave you the most satisfaction when you finished it?
The song that I was proud. I actually like Flowers.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a tribute to my mother and father, and they're still alive. And I just feel like, a lot of people make songs like they, family, mother, father, grandma, somebody passed away or something, they rest in peace, and make songs about. But I wanted to make a song while they still here, so it was basically I just wanted to give them their flowers.
While they still living.
Yeah, while they still living. So I let them hear it too, and they, I appreciate it. So I was just proud of myself for that kind of showed my maturity side, proud of myself for doing that and everything, giving them, the respect they deserve. So
it's beautiful. Yeah, we talk about it a lot, not having, not letting people get their roses.
Yes.
Until they die. Mm-hmm. Like I was telling you earlier, I'm not gonna get on time on the podcast, but I had to break down that word. It was really, really bad. I'm like, not again. Not again. And, I haven't missed a prayer. I've been doing better by not lying to myself. I allow myself to heal through certain things, and it's you got the outside of giving someone else their roses, give yourself a rose petal. And I feel like with your music, from everything I heard, especially with Flowers, you gave yourself a rose petal and gave the whole bouquet to your family.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, you gave yourself the pedal, like, you appreciate them enough and yourself enough to get it while they're still living.
Exactly.
You gave them the bouquet to show them just how much your love is for them.
True.
So, like, you just keep watering it. It was well put.
Yeah, man, it was a great hook, man. Shout out to Shelly. She came through and she blessed the we did a couple takes, a lot of takes, but she killed that, Joe. She finally, cuz that was her first time actually back in the studio. I think actually first time in the studio really like recording like music, so she, had to get adjusted, but once she got adjusted, man, it's just like a songbird, man. She killed that, John. So I'm happy about that. Happy she did that and everything, So we got more stuff that's in the making too that we trying to do. So the music gonna just keep coming, man. We're just gonna keep throwing them out.
She has a very full sound, and I like that. Like last year, I was trying to work on a project with a couple females I know out here. A friend of mine, Tony Catini, and then another one of my friends. They call her Corey, and I started writing. Another friend of mine, Alexa Parker, just started writing a project just for women alone with standalone voices. Like even when my coworkers, her sister-in-law, I have a song that's in my mind almost done lyrically. Now it just comes to putting it together with the sound engineer,
right?
And getting her in here, and it's like I write with a voice in mind, and when I find something that's even better, it's like okay. This works. And when I was listening to Flowers, I'm like, yo, this thing is really well put.
Appreciate it.
And it's like I said, you have the sense of maturity where it's like, I knew this wasn't your first time in the studio. And then, what did you say her name was?
Shelly
Marie,
sorry.
Shelly Marie. It fruitful. Like, it went hand in hand. And it's like, I would have loved to see the process in the actual studio myself. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know, it gets me hyped up, especially to hear when it's someone's first time or something.
Yeah. Because
Lord knows He knows that I know how easy it is to get stuck in your own head and not actually do it.
Yeah.
So like shout out to Shelly Marie. I hope I'm saying the name right. Lovely voice, man.
That's what's up.
I'll say to your point that getting somebody in the studio and working with them for the first time, it's my job as a sound engineer to make that experience as fruitful as possible in any way, shape, or form. As far as making them be comfortable, making them get what they want to get out, but also getting the best take possible. So the song can come together and be a great record. It's not, depends on time. Obviously, timing and payment, that's also a factor because you got to make money. It is what it is. But while we're here, I want to make sure I get the best out of the artist that wants to get the best out of themselves.
Facts. Yep.
And sitting in the room during that process, it can be tough. Because sometimes you have to figure out, how am I going to do it?
Yeah.
And do they want to do it? So it's kind of a balance.
And then where their confidence level is at and stuff like that too.
Major. If they're not confident, no matter how much you do, it's not going to get done right.
Right.
Now that's absolutely true. Because you have, all right, no matter what you do in life, you're walking and you're performing on a stage. Everything that you do, you're in the limelight. No matter how much you don't want to be, no matter how much you think you are, you're out there even more. But you also have to realize you're not always going to be the only one on stage.
Right.
So like with you and her, you weren't the only one on stage, and she wasn't the only one on stage, so you had to work together. Even when you're in the studio, you're still on stage. Literally on the platform like how this is in a way.
Yeah.
Like you have one person guiding you, telling you to go up, or, run it back. You went flat here, blah, 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 or pick up the piece, enunciate your words. Or you know how to write, get it out, take your time. If you need to slow it down in your head, you know what I mean? Like, I think with some people too, they won't allow someone else to be the critic because they're their own worst critic. Like, for example, when me and you were in the studio doing, I don't want to say the song, but when we were doing the song I was covering or whatever, right? How many times did I say I needed to start over?
Yeah, and in that case, you just gotta let the artist flow. Because you'll get artists in there that know what they need to do and how they need to do it. They just have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're there just to guide them if they go off course and be the glue to the platform or paper, however you want to put it, to make it come together.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be, hey, you gotta do this, that, and that. If they already know, I was flat here, let me go ahead and do what I gotta do. And just gotta let them do what they do because they know their voice the best. Your job is to make it sound the best.
Sound the best, yep.
And it's like, and that's always tricky because like I've sat in on some sessions where I'm like with some random people. I don't know names, so I can't say who was back here, but I will say they just really be glad that they have Dre as the sound engineer because I don't know what they were trying to put out in there. And I can speak for myself. The first time I was in here, it was like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I give up. You know what I mean? Like, all right, let me try this. Let me try that or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, matter of fact, the last time he was like, before we think about doing that, that's how I knew he was done. Like, no, we're doing this till your time runs out.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna keep getting this right. And sometimes you need that. So
yeah.
even like I said, like to his point about being the sound engineer and, you know, making them sound as official as they can without taking away their their truth behind the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yours came across very, very thorough. And I asked this fool, I said, what did you think about the project? And he told me and whatnot. And then the very first thing that came to my mind was, who was the sound engineer for this? I did not say that to you. I'm like, yo, who's the sound engineer for this? The second thought was, whoever was spinning, this was not their first time. They are not from Carolina. I'm like, I know that much.
Right.
I'm like, because it reminded me like how Jay-Z flowed. I'm not saying that you sound like Jay-Z, but like at least with his music, from when he started to now, it aged with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your music had that sense of maturity that was still good enough to make, you know, the millennials like, oh, like, okay, like I'm with you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fire.
Yeah.
Not even that's kind of fire. Yeah, that was some gas.
That's what's up.
If you want to put a specific person to say this is what you kind of sound like, Petey Crack.
Petey Crack?
That's
a first.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Petey Crack vocal wise.
That's a first
with,
right there.
With a Nas, Jay-Z type-ish flow. I would say more Nas type flow timing, because I remember we talked times and you said that's your favorite artist.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say Nas type flow, but Nas type of song making.
Okay.
Because the way you tell stories and the way you make your records.
Yeah.
For what I see, from what I felt. Now, forget what I heard, what I felt. Right? Because if you're not feeling the song, you're not feeling the song.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can hear the lyrics behind it. There's some fire lyrics, but it takes the artist to really fill the room.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know for me that anytime I'm listening to any kind of rap, my personal best feels are the J. Cole's, are Big Sean sometimes, the Nas, the Nipsey. And I'll say this for a fact. I wasn't the most popular Nipsey fan, so like when he died, it's not that I didn't like his music. I wasn't gonna like bat over something I was not actively listening to like that.
Right.
And then it was like, dag, I'm glad he got to do this and this before he passed, because this music is genuinely fire. Mm-hmm. Like, I love the style.
Oh yeah, I love Nipsey. Like, I never really listened to Nipsey neither until he passed. But as I was listening, I was just like, yo, I like Nipsey. I like his flow. I like everything about him, man. Like, he's tough.
Like for me, like, I will say, like, outside of who you already know with M and all of them, like Fab is like my runner up for top.
Fab, yeah.
For the styles I like to hear.
Yeah.
And you gave me that vibe where I could put any of them on, put any music with it, and like I get a perfect workout, or I get a nice drive wherever I'm going. Whether it be like I got to drive to Charlotte on Tuesday. best believe that's in the playlist.
That's in the
for that
playlist.
drive. So,
That's
like,
what's up, man. Damn, that's what's up.
So like it's and see y'all that may be thinking I don't like cursing anymore. But see y'all that think like I'm kissing ass, no. Go listen to it. You'll see what I'm saying.
Check that joint out. Check it out, man.
All right. So I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Being you from Philly,
Yeah.
is there if there's one artist from your hometown that you could ever collab with, who, or hell, not even from your own hometown, but primarily your hometown? That's what I want to know. From where you're from, if you could collab with one artist, who would it be?
Well, I always like. It's a lot of great talent out there, man. I was a heavy Cassidy fan.
Nice.
I was a heavy Cassidy fan. You know, I would love to hop on the track with Cass, man. Just like I know he crazy with it. You know what I mean? The punchlines and everything, but I know I will write something and hop right on that joint and just be just as good. You know, he might overpower that joint, but I'm gonna have my.
But you gonna have your feel.
I'm gonna have my feel in it too.
As long as he doesn't try to make the beat, you'll be alright.
Yo,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, he's more of a great lyricist and punchline than a producer. But yeah, I mean him.
That's like the best way to not ever get on a song with someone. Oh, so you don't want me to produce it? You just want me to?
Man, we all seen the videos.
I'm messing.
Yeah, I mean, he not bad though with the beats though. But
we're just gonna let that one die out and keep going before we.
But lyrically, you know what I'm saying, I definitely want to hop on the track with him. And I like Chris and Neef, the Young Guns, man. I definitely. They seem like they would have been like I could get right on the track with them and that thing would be smoking like, cause they got that background, you know they for the ladies too, but at the same time they got the little grimy with it too. So it'd have been probably them, man. The Young Guns, Cassidy, couple of singers too, like Music. You know, I wouldn't mind doing a joint with him.
Let's hope he ain't trying to rap, but
Yo, let the man just get it out. No matter who's on the show, bro, any person you bring up is getting some kind of slander or something. It's gonna be very, very minimal at first.
nobody's above it.
Absolutely.
You just gotta if you're on a public platform or if you've done something in general.
And this is our personal opinion.
Right,
if you don't like it, just say so. Don't unlike, don't unsubscribe. Just state your opinion. We may not validate it, you know what I mean? It may not have any validity, but it's your opinion, however wrong it may be.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Was that well said for you?
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Of course. But going back to what I was saying. Nobody's above getting talked about, whatever you do. So if you're not getting talked about, then you're not doing something right. So get on it.
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's like I said, that's probably who the artists I would want to work with. And of course, you know, I want to work with my boy Nas. You know, talking about universal artists, national artists. I had a lot. My favorite one of my other favorite rappers was Busta Rhymes. He was like coming up. I had got all his albums. I was trying to learn all his words and everything, but Bus was like one of my slept on, you know, favorite artists. A lot of people probably wouldn't put them in their top 5, but he's definitely in there.
He's definitely. I don't even say this just because you bring him up. I'll say he's top 12 for me. For sure.
Top 12.
Top 12. I'm sorry, I'm Twista over him, but just barely.
You said Twista.
Yeah, so like if Twist is 9, he's 10, or if Twist is 11, he's 12. Like it. Sorry, Bus. I love you both, but like I don't know.
Yeah, Twist definitely he nasty though. Twist nasty with it.
He said, "I got the killer for currency. The killer." I'm not even gonna start with that.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh man. What are the questions we got, Jared?
Let's do some throwbacks, some unseen, you know, it's funny where people come in their artistry because you know, especially somebody that's been in the game as long as yourself, because you've been in a different era, so you've had to adapt and kind of tip over to different styles and different lanes. And
Right.
we were sitting here one night going back to some of your old music, and you wouldn't even think that was the same rapper. I'm dead serious, because he was rapping like the time, the '05, the basically rapping like the Soulja Boy era. He was rapping and making songs
I would
just
love
like
to hear
that.
some of that stuff.
The videos and
That,
I'm
yo, hold on.
telling you.
To anybody that may hate that early 2000s phase, like, and I feel like singers were singers, rappers were rappers,
Yeah.
and it made sense for that genre. Then we hit the what was this? What was the phase before the SoundCloud rappers?
Soulja Boy era, the dance era.
Soulja Boy era, the dance era. Then you had the SoundCloud era. Then you had the clout era. And that's when it was like. But that's neither here nor there. But like, I would love to hear your like early 2000s.
Oh man, I was rock stars my early years. Like, I was just doing crazy. Let me see the videos. I was doing some wild, crazy this stuff, man. When I first started rapping, man, like
Not like Travis Scott crazy, right?
not that type of crazy.
It was low key kind of close. But
Oh man, I definitely want to see that now.
I mean, it was shirt off, tattoos out, bandanas in a bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was dancing. You know, I dance a lot too. You know, like hip hop type dancing. And so, you know, I kind of mixed that with like my music, and then like the rock star background. You know, I just lug in tattoos. I was just getting heavy drinking. You know, I was just wilding out. You know, hitting up bars, standing on top of the bars, performing. Yeah, it was lit back then.
You say you think you can run it.
my first video was shot by somebody, my man named One Love. It was I think it's called Get Rich, if I'm not mistaken. But I was doing like pull-ups on the schoolyard, like pull-ups and push-ups in the gym. I was like on my 50 Cent type.
Okay, that's true.
It was a lot of different stuff I was doing though, man. It was crazy, but I kind of matured over the years, and you know, especially kids, you know, they help you mature even more. Good gracious.
That's the conversation right there. How many kids you got?
I got 3. My son, my youngest daughter, and my oldest. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not as scared. I'm not. Look, let me just say, if you're not ready, you gonna get ready. That's it. I don't have any myself.
I had my first child in the 2005, so I was 25, and
Well, that's a fair age.
Yeah.
Let me shut up like I'm not about to.
yeah.
well, let me ask the expert, because you're sitting right here. Is it a fair age, honestly, if you are not ready for it?
What's that?
To start having kids. Is 25, 24 really a fair age, honestly?
I mean, I really can't. I can't really speak for everybody. That's just the age I had mine. You know, some people be having it like 16, 17, and 18. So, I mean, I think 25 is pretty cool. You know.
Then let me ask you this then. When did you have your youngest child?
My youngest child, she was just born 3 years ago.
All right, let me ask
So
you.
baby, congrats.
So compared to when you had your first and your youngest, which would you say you had more experience in preparedness for? Which one was a better time to, all right?
Like when I felt like I was ready. You saying?
Yeah.
Well, of course, I definitely now. You know, with my youngest. Back when I had my oldest, I just felt like, you know, my mind was still young. You know, I was still running around the streets and stuff like that. So I definitely wasn't ready at the time. 25, still doing music, running around, and you know, I still was having my daughter and everything, but it was just like my mind was just too focused on other things instead of raising my child. You know what I mean? But now it's like, you know, I'm with my child, family man. You know, it feels more better now. You know, definitely than before. So, yeah, I mean.
So what are your... Okay, I'll say this because you're a man, you're an artist, you're a father, right? how would you put those in order?
Like men, father, and artists.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta be a man first, I'd say, because you gotta work, you gotta grind, you gotta get that, you gotta get the money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of them. You feel me? So you gotta be a man. You gotta be a man first. I think that's in any book. You gotta man up. You gotta be a man first. Then then father, of course. Raising my children, raising them right. And then of course, the third is artist. You gotta make sure you gotta be a man and a father to be an artist. You know what I mean? To become an artist anyway. To be strong. So I think that's probably the order I put it in.
And it still works. It still works because as a man, you learn and you still keep growing, right? You learn from your mistakes. You learn from your successes. You have children.
Right.
That's part of your story now.
Mm-hmm.
So when you become an artist and when you really capitalize on yourself, just truly being an artist too, all of those experiences help you tell that story as an artist. So
right.
It literally in my head. That's where I was hoping you were going with it, and that still worked out.
Oh yeah.
That's that.
Yep.
All right, what rapper do you think nowadays is losing their touch?
We're gonna save that for a later time in the show because we're not here to talk about other rappers right now.
I really did that. I knew Jay was going to ask a question, and I'm like, I gotta dick moves to do. Because every show, it's like always bagging on at least one artist.
That's not the point of the show. Let's get to another question.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
What was your favorite song to record and why?
On the album?
Yes.
Oh man, there's a lot of songs I liked to record. There's a few of them, man. Of course, I love Flowers. Recording that one.
Gotta pick one.
Gotta pick one.
Yes.
Damn. I'ma probably just go with Hustler Ambition, man.
The single, okay.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the single because I actually did not write to that beat.
Wait, who did?
Nah, he was,
No, I wrote the song, but the song I wrote that verses, it wasn't directly to that beat. I wrote that whole song was from another beat in the past that I had, and of course I added my little, added the hook. The hook was the same, but I added a little extra stuff to it. The hustle on part was just like it was like an ending to the actual verses. I had 3 verses, and then the hustle on part was at the end. It wasn't all through the song. So I think, come to think about it, I think that was the best one because I chopped it up better. You know what I'm saying? Well, of course, you helped me chop it up better, but I kind of, added different stuff to it, little elements to the song. But, I mean, that joint came out crazy, man. And it was just like, I got to put this one out. That's why I wanted to put it out so bad.
Hey, you gotta wait for everything to come into fruition.
Right.
You're trying to put out an album, and that's going to be the single. So, and you want to shoot a video for it.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure all those pieces were put together so that everything was going to be right once it got released. And so far, it's been looking pretty good.
I shot the video for it. The video doing like 2K, something right now, 2200. So nice. I'm happy with that. All I did was like Facebook promote it. Like I got my own Facebook page and ad and everything, and I just put it up as an ad. And a lot of people from different states, they just click on the ad, and once they go to the video, and that thing just shut up to 2. So I'm like, damn. So
I know you did a little bit of promo
views,
too.
So
I know you did a little bit of promo because I was looking. I'm like, I know he got some people, but I don't know this many people. Yeah, like I gotta ask him, like, what kind of promo was you doing?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm doing everything for the muscle. I got a guy back in Philly. He was like my old manager, but his name Mr. Mike. Turn That Up Entertainment. So he do like, he was managing artists, but he got like a basketball league and everything. Shout out to Mr. Mike. You know what I mean? Doing this thing back there. You know what I'm saying? TDUE, that's the label. You know what I mean? Entertainment. So that's why, you know, you probably see it on my album. You see the little black circle on there, or the Hustler's Ambition single, TDUE, Turn That Up Entertainment. I've been like working with him, and he have his own podcast in Philly, and he basically play my music all the time, and you know, shouting me out, and you know, he doing this thing in Philly. So my stuff is spinning everywhere. I just sent the Hustler Ambition joint out to Jake's Radio in LA, in Los Angeles. He's spinning my joint every day. So people out there hearing.
You really moving out here.
I'm trying to, man.
That's what's up.
I'm trying to get a little buzz coming on. You know,
yourself out there.
Bring it back a little bit.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, so how would you recommend people to start doing that? Like, what were the steps that you took to probably get yourself to do it more, especially you coming back into it to begin with?
Yeah.
And would you recommend younger folk doing the same thing?
Yeah, definitely. Just if you find something you like, you just stick with it. You know, try to balance your lifestyle with, you know, working and bills and your music. You know, but just stay dedicated. Just keep making music, make a lot of music, and just promote it. Just you gotta promote it heavy. I ain't get a chance to get perform it live yet. You know, like go to places and bars, but that's coming this summer too. I'm gonna try to get out to these places and try to perform. Hustler's Ambition, try to perform a lot of stuff. Hit back Philly, perform. But yeah, I would just recommend them. Just, you know, just stick with it, man. Don't let up, man. If you stick with it, it'll happen. You know what I mean? Just keep going. You know, because you know, you never know who's listening. Just like you see, you was playing it. That person in the car, the girl that was listening. Yeah, she could have been a CEO or something. You know, you never know, and she could have been like, "Hey, who's that?" Well, you know, you never know who's listening.
Absolutely.
So just put it out. They got the platform now where it's easy to get your music heard. Back in the day, you know, I had to hustle CDs. I had to, you know, try to get it to the radio station. It was much harder back then. But now you got Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? You got platforms to get heard, radio stations, everything. So it's like podcasts. You know, I ain't had none of that coming up.
Right.
It's really a lot easier for stuff to stick now too. Only because once you go search something, that's in your search engine, so it's gonna start populating with some of your common searches.
Yeah.
And it's like I realized that recently. I had I forgot you had asked me to check out some of your older stuff, right, for the stuff we got going on.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout. And it's like I'm going through whatever.
I do music too.
And that took me. I saw someone else that we knew from high school that I didn't even know did music. Like no kind of inkling, no nothing like that. Because I put that in the search engine or whatever. You know, you have your recommendeds, and like, you know, once that's there, that's there. You know what I mean? So that's just some more reason for other people to see it too.
Yes, sir.
Versus, like, because I grew up in Queens, I did see a lot of people coming up, you know, be like, oh, you should hear this, or whatever, like, just, like, you know,
CD era. That was the CD era, man.
And I would see some. Yeah, you would see a lot of that. Unfortunately, you would see some of that.
You pass it out. You go around the corner. You see it on the street.
You like
damn, I should get here. Like
you gave out 12. You see 11 on the ground. You like anytime someone gave me a CD, like I would grab it. I would take it. I would be like, I copy. And he's like, you gonna listen to it? The moment, and this is what I did with everybody, because I saw my sister do it, I've seen some other people do it. The moment you ask if I'm going to listen to it, and it's like, okay, I took it from you. I could have easily just let it go in front of you. If you see me walk away with it still in my hand, that's an issue. I put it in my bag, and I kept walking. So, like, I literally had my bag, I put it in my bag, and I asked, this one dude, I knew him from somewhere else, and I told him, yo, give me 3 of them. I'm going to do like that.
Right.
Or they could do like How High and throw it up in the air, shoot a shotgun at it.
Yeah, that's so disrespectful. This man's like, 4! That's so deep. But no, like, it's a lot easier for stuff to stick now, but it's still the waiting game.
Sticking, I don't know about sticking.
Okay, let me
for it
rephrase
being, you can put it out there a whole lot easier. As far as being looked for and found, that's a whole lot harder.
That's what I mean. Like, so that's why I said, like, it's still gonna take the time though.
Yeah.
And that time it takes being found. It takes your stuff being heard. It's just it's more accessible now than it is then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. True.
So it's like, I feel like then it was a lot easier to lose a track versus, now. Well, not even now. I call myself looking for a script from forever ago, and I've been looking for it for 6 months, and my mother happened to actually have it in her possession. She gave it to me yesterday. I'm like, all right, I'm over here driving myself crazy, and all I had to do was ask, hey, do you know about this? Or do you know if I gave this to you? Versus nowadays, like, yo, have you heard about this person? Nah, yo, boom, yo, check it out. Like, I just sent it to you. He sent me stuff all the time. I nag him on Instagram. So, like,
Right.
it's definitely more accessible.
Yeah, he sends me reels, I send him music.
You know what's crazy? I don't ever send Dream music like that. Yeah. I send him concepts. I send him ideas.
He sends me content. I send him music.
Right. I'll send him that stuff only because it's like, with Dre, I especially with him as a sound engineer and whatnot, I'm learning how to take my own personal bias out of stuff. Mm-hmm. He does that very well. So when I send something to him, I don't want to just send it to him because I think it's cool. I want to send it to him as in, like, yo, on the real, yeah or nay, why? Tell me more.
Listen, you put me on to some dope people, man. And I have to give that to you, especially the artists.
Appreciate that.
As far as rappers, yeah, I haven't got any rappers you put me on to yet, but singers, you put me on some dope singers. I'm not gonna lie.
What's my genre? Well, like what? Not even what's my genre. What's the style I write? Come on now.
Country R&B.
Yeah, you know what I mean. A lot of. So I actually just started writing this one song for someone else, and it's R&B and rap or whatever, and it's a guy singing, the girl rapping. So this is a very, like, different dynamic for me. Not entirely because you still have a rapper and a singer, but different because, like, I'm trying to figure out all that she wants to say, and I can relate to what he's already trying to say on the song. You get what I mean? So it's definitely fun. But, so, like, with you, with Shalini. I'm sorry.
Shalini Marie.
She might have to fight you.
Is it Shalini or Shalini?
Shalini. Yeah, Shalini Marie.
I'm not laughing at your name. I'm laughing at how in less than 12 seconds I kept butchering it. With you and
we just gonna say
it's like Melanie, but Shalini.
Okay, now I got it. With you and Shalini, right?
There you go.
The same way I have to get used to that dynamic with writing for both. How was it with you getting that dynamic in the booth with her?
I mean, it was cool, man. It was like, she like I said, it was her first time, so she got in there. She didn't seem like she was comfortable with it. Like the confidence was like, it got higher as she was, getting more comfortable inside the booth. And I just been patient, whatever. Just like take your time, it'll come. You know what I'm saying? So she kept doing it, and like I said, it was like magic, man. And from there, I told us you're gonna go up from there. You know what I mean?
See, that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, that's how sex should feel like. We're talking about music, right?
Yeah.
Nah, this entire time you was talking this, all I'm like, yo, this correlates to this crazy. Because the first time, like, you, like, in your mind, you know what you ready for.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're like, is this how it's gonna feel? Is it gonna live up to the hype? Whatever. Then it's like, shorty, like, I don't know to her, like. Wrong call, whatever. So like, you got your protection, and it's like then once you start working, the
that's
hips,
what it's like though.
And then it's like the magic starts to flow, and the better the rhythm goes as you keep going. So,
like I told her, she actually, I said, well, this joint right here, this next one we're gonna do, we ain't do it yet, but she basically, I told her it's gonna be our song again, but it's gonna be her breakout song. So she wrote a nice little lot of verses, hook, and everything. Like she like man, she flamed this one. Like this next one that we gonna do, she flamed it. Like I got a little verse on there, but she rocking it now. She with it now, so you know what I mean. She got her, she do her little podcast, like her little poetry and stuff like that. Cause I when she was doing music, like she was singing on TikTok, and I was looking for a singer. I was like, man, I need a singer, like. And I'm like, man, cause I used to work with her. We used to work at Lowe's and everything, so. You know what I mean? When she finally, when I heard her, I was like, yo, you sang, you real nice with it like that. So she was like, I was like, you want to come to the studio or something? She was shy at first. She was like, I don't know. I had to basically break it down to her what we was doing and everything. So after I told her everything and made her feel comfortable about it, yeah, that was it from there, man.
Like I said, you gotta make him feel comfortable. Sorry, bad joke, y'all.
Yeah.
But nah. That's really tight. It's really cool that you were able to have her, like, give her, like, she was able to be comfortable with you enough to give you her trust on that. But you were still comfortable enough to give her trust on your song.
Right.
So, like, that's really cool. Like,
yeah.
A lot of people don't realize there's going to be more trust in anything you do versus some things you do,
right?
Whether it be with sex, whether it be with marriage, whether it just be being a friend with someone. I gotta trust that I can say this to you, and you're not gonna run off with your mouth and tell the next person. You know what I mean?
True.
It should be vice versa. And it's like with your music, especially, with your cars, giving someone your car keys, like, hey, can I run to the store real quick? You're trusting someone with your car. No one is getting near my truck unless I know you know how to drive and you've driven me around.
Exactly.
Like there's only three of the people that are allowed to drive my truck. Dre, my mother, and my boy Tyler. That's about it. Outside of me. Sorry, Pops. Sometimes you.
Sometimes you, Pops.
Because he just don't put the seat back or the mirrors back. Like he always forgets something. Just when he can drive. He can drive a messing. But no, like it's really cool the amount of trust that you had with this project. And to that same note, when it comes to having features and finding someone you wouldn't mind to remix a song with you or something like that, how's your mindset on that? Like, what does it take? Like, what does that person have to have for you to want them on your project?
As far as like just singing or like anything. I mean, I would want to basically just sound just like be like me. Just have the hunger for it. You got to be sharp with with your wordplay, you know what I'm saying? Like I listen to all that. Like I just want to hear the potential, you know what I mean? If you're not that sharp with the wordplay, at least the potential is there. Like maybe I could write something for you, and get you going, but I listen for like, just you want to hear that magic, that the few words that they say, or that harmony, or that high, that low.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You want to listen for all that. And like I said, like it took my ear when I heard her on TikTok and she was singing this song. I'm like wow, because I know her too. Like it ain't like I reached out to a lot of girls that sing, and some of them they probably thought I was trying to come at them because I'm in a DM or something. They be like,
that's another thing, real quick, ladies. Just because a man hits your DM don't mean he always trying to get him something. He may be trying to get something from you, but it may not be what you think.
Right.
It can be This sounds really so sane. It can be mutual, it can be beneficial for the mutual parties. You know what I mean? Like, it don't got to be, I feel like I'm saying it and look smug saying it. But no. Like, you never know. You block all the blessings. You block all the blessings you just completely ignore. So, like, same way, Chanel-y.
Nope.
Shalini. I literally thought
when she see this, she is gonna be cracking the hell up.
At least she'll be laughing, y'all. I don't need anybody at my gym like, yo, you fake Faith woke up like how you messing up my name, blah blah blah. You supposed to be the king bred from Queens, and you don't know so from change your name and everything like that. You can't say my name, like let me know how we doing. Stupid. Anyway.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, but. I'm over. I can't even get that.
He on one.
Moral of the story is when you have two people and you're trying to collab on a track, it could be beneficial for the both parties.
Absolutely.
And it could take you to heights that you never realize if you're just trying to do it by yourself, or you never try to do it at all. So don't block all the blessings that you don't think you want or deserve.
Exactly.
Now, saying that though, let's say you do come in here, you try to perform, and you know the vibes are there. It's trying to come together, but you may not be up to par. You might have to come back. Something might have to get cut. We might have to save it for the next time. It's okay. Just do it. Get better next time. Obviously, you know, the rust might be there, or you might not be on that day. That's cool. Just come back, prepare, practice, and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you get people to collab on stuff, it just doesn't work. And you just got to use what they gave you in the form that's usable and figure out something for that later. And just keep it in that context.
And even with collabing, you don't have to collab with someone by doing a song with them. You can end up writing a song for them.
Yeah.
And you still collab with them. You can have someone help coach you in that process of, like, for example, with me and Dre, right? He's been telling me 4 years, get in the booth and sing something. We both went to the same college together and had to sing together. Like, he's seen me in my own free time, in high school, on the bus, in college, in the cafeteria, in university, during the podcast, after the podcast, before, like, just always writing, always working on something. You know what I mean? So it's like, now it just becomes second nature with me and him. And as far as, like, the whole taking it and then using it for a later time, I would get so frustrated with myself that I didn't do something then. And then he's reminding me, like a couple other people are, that you may not be the same. No, excuse me. You are not the same you from a couple of years ago. So even when you took your same break, like I was telling you, it seemed like whatever you were doing then versus what I just heard.
Yeah.
It's like that helps you turn into a bigger beast. And it's like it's no longer. It's like I'm well fed, but I can't be filled. Like now, it's like you're getting your fill. And
Yes, sir.
And it's fire. So it's like with me in the studio, like it's like being able to say, okay, let's save this for another time. At least I'm actually getting time in there. And for other people, you got to learn how to know if you're gonna be like this or you're gonna be like that, or if you need to be in between. And it's like from what I've been told by Dre and from how you talk and everything, it's like you hit those same phases, which is really cool. And it's like the advice is like spot on, and it really makes sense. It clicks. Same thing with Shaleni. How did I do that?
Shaleni.
I was so confident. I wanted to say it and look at the camera like Shaleni.
Oh man, she ain't gonna stop laughing.
Close with no cigar, my guy.
Close but no donuts, cop.
Her name is tough. Listen, I butchered it a few times myself, so don't feel bad, man.
Dude, no, I pride myself on saying names because I work with people every day where I gotta say some pretty jacked names. No offense. Like people ask me, like, how do you say your middle name? Is it Naquan? Naquan. You know what I mean? I had a guess. I kid you not. His last name. I'm gonna make up a last name. I don't want to say his real name. But let's say his last name was like Patel. That's so disrespectful. Let's say his name is like Patel or Mr. Prasad, whatever. I saw the name and was like, okay, I can pronounce this. And then, like, I don't always call, like, the more comfortable you get with me, I'll use your first name, especially if you're my client or whatever. And I'm like, Mr. His name was like Osama Prasad, right? And I'm like, I'm yelling for him, and there's more people coming into the store, like a bunch of white people coming to the store, like,
say that name.
Like, no offense, like a bunch of snobby looking white people, like, and they ended up being just like that because they were very rude for some of my coworkers. But it was just like yelling out Osama. No offense to anybody named Osama, was like, you know what I mean? Because that could be taken as I'm being racist, calling someone Osama when that's their actual name, or I could be giving you a threat. Like, making you think there's a threat, like a Osama level threat. But whatever. I was like, like literally like that.
Oh shit.
And I felt so bad. And like, so I'm like, he's like, yes, it's Osama. And I'm like, and here's the jacked up part. This was not an older man. This was a younger man.
Mm-hmm.
Younger than us. Like, born in 2003.
Hey, man.
Younger man. So I'm like, dude, you got your name after everything happened with Bin Laden. So, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So it was. I can joke about it. It's not funny,
Right.
But like, but yeah, I do pride myself on getting names right, even though it doesn't seem so. Shelly, I'm sorry.
There you go. You got it. You
Did I finally
aced it.
Oh my god!
200.
I wanted to get it right. I
Got
swear
it.
to God, I wanted
Spit
to get
it out.
Right. I know she like this boy. Oh man. Oh man. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Lo siento, mama.
Oh, man. Growing up in the 80s.
Growing up in
What
the
was
80s.
it like?
Man, growing up in the 80s. Well, of course, I was born in the 80s, so I say between 80 and 90, I 1 in 10. Just a regular kid, man, just playing outside. I in West Philly. You know, I was born in, Jefferson Hospital. Just playing up, just playing, like a regular kid, jumping on mattresses in the hood.
Absolutely.
What
you know
jumping
about
on
that,
the
Dre?
I know nothing
flipping on the
about that.
mattresses.
And I don't want to know nothing about that. So y'all
Right.
have that.
Ride my BMX bike, getting in trouble, getting in, just the little things. But we had a truck. We had a Maroney's water ice. It's a truck that go around, like every day. And I buy water ice pretzels and stuff like that. Be like on the corner of the block. All the kids just go over there, get water ices. The gangsters, they come on there, buy water ices for everybody. And, just the good old days, man.
That's something that's really crazy, too, that this generation does not know about. When you got, like, the OGs doing stuff like that, just thank you or, like, nah, I'm good.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Continue.
I mean, and then, like I say, so I moved to another town outside of Southwest Philly called Darby, Dodge City. Shout out to all my Dodge City hooligans. You know what I'm saying? Went to school out there. Kind of, was raised out there partially too, and and back and forth West Philly and Dodge City. So, I mean, just writing. That's when I met my homie. Met a guy named Price. We had like a little rap group and everything. We got together with the Mohegans. We was just doing music. He was kind of like the first person that inspired me to do music because he was writing and everything and spitting. So I just started writing with him and everything. We just started doing like, little talent shows and stuff like that, and in and out of studios. And I mean, it was fun. It was fun coming up, man. I hung around with a bad crowd a few times, but it just really wasn't like my cup of tea. I kind of try to stay away from the trouble a lot. I was more like that and getting in a little trouble, but staying away from the trouble, the trouble. So, just trying to...
Trouble where you're late when that street light comes on versus trouble where it's like, all right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hands behind your back.
Exactly. I had to try to stay out of that, man. All my homies though around me, that I came up with, grew up with, they was seeing that, that was their lifestyle. But, and seen a lot of, violence and stuff coming up at an early age, and I kind of put a little bit of that in my music, but I kind of like, be kind of versatile with it too. Just talk about different things. I don't want to just base it on violence all the time, because I mean that's all you hear out here nowadays. But I can honestly say I was pretty much of a good kid. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Some people get up here and be pump faking like, yeah, I'm a gangster. I was doing this and that. Like, nah, I was a good dude. I was, I just love girls. Just run around with it. I just wanted to get some. That's all. Yeah, I mean, get some money, get some nice sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And get the ladies. That was what I was all about. Everybody else wanted to sell drugs, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? I just wanted to run and, get caught in the house with, by some chick's father or something. You know what I mean? In the closet or
Yo, the stories I done told. This makes me wonder if it's like an East Coast thing with that kind of story, or is it just like a bunch of young men our age? Cause like, oh my god, hey, yo, I got next. I know you know that story. I bet.
Yeah, man. So, man, like,
That's the old me. My bad.
yeah. So yeah, that's just basically how it was, man. And just doing music, man. I found the passion in music. Just kept going with it, dancing. That's another thing. I danced a lot, so it was a club I went to called Bobby Dance. Well, actually, I started out going to Club Illusions, club in Philly, and then I went to Bobby Dance. But that was my thing. I was a dancer's rep. Like, it was a whole team of reps. Like a chain of people, and we was all reps and like kind of like, I guess, a dancing security. That's what they call it. And man, I miss those days, man. Just going in there, had my crew and everything, and that was like Illusions. Bobby Dance was like what inspired me to be an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? And just get on the dance floor, just do rap, just do music. Like it all started in them clubs, man. At a young age, just going to them clubs, and that's all I ever wanted to do, man. You know what I mean?
It's the clubs where he saw them women. And he realized the women like the music. So if he got the music, he got the women. Done deal.
There you go. And the dancing too,
Yeah.
Dancing real good.
You gotta know how to move your hips, you know?
Yep. So yeah, man. And I put out a few. I had a couple like albums and everything that I dropped. Actually, what's the mixtape? What's that mixtape? What's that social mixtape? Remember that mixtape site?
Talking about that Piff?
Dat Piff. I got one of my old joints on there. I forgot my passcode, password, and everything. So I can't even get on there and put nothing on there or switch stuff up. So it's just sitting there. And, but I'm gonna try to get that music and put it on Spotify. It's like an old CD, old joint I had. But I put out a few joints. But this, like, my actual UMC is like my major, like, first album I can actually let people hear and get it to everybody. And a lot of my old stuff they heard too. But, of course, with the CD era. But, it's just feel good to, really like people, giving me feedback from it. And, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? This feel like an interview, man. Like, I feel like I'm at a job
is.
and
It is.
and the
You
boss
gotta
is
pass
saying,
us in order
so,
to pass them.
right? Yeah, man. Like, I'm on my first day on the job. Like, what was your experiences with your past jobs?
I was gonna say, look how I got my hands. Look at yours. He had his hands like this.
Right.
I'm like, so we're literally in that position. I'm like this all the time. I'm looking over my desk. Tell me more. Hands open for the guests so they can see I'm not hiding my hand.
Right.
Oh, man. Man, it's right here. So, my brother.
So,
Nah, but I was getting to the point of the purpose of this show is to get a glimpse of somebody's journey and get their learning experiences from pros and cons at all different levels and all different facets and walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you learned so far in the music industry and being an artist that you could pass on to someone else who may be listening?
It's patience, man. That's the main thing I've learned, man. It takes a lot of patience. Like, you ain't gonna blow. You can't blow overnight. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the work in. And, some people just be looking for a handout or whatever, and, just trying to hurry up and get signed or, get a deal or, just think it's going to happen like that. Like, it takes a lot of patience in this business, man. And that's something majorly I learned, that you just gotta be patient. You just gotta be calm. You gotta keep a humble type mind. You put out a song, whatever. you put it on Facebook or social media or something, you look back at it, you got 10 likes or something. And then you be like, damn. You look at it again, it's 11 likes. You be like, damn, nobody liking my shit. But then you look at your views 700, 800. So people see it. You know what I mean?
They ain't necessarily just going to take the time and send a like.
Right.
Look, honestly, with me, anytime I watch a video on YouTube or any kind of like account, I'll like it first. And if I don't like it, I'm not going to dislike it. I'll just unlike it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I've gotten to the point where I'm like, no, I'll leave it liked because that can help someone else.
Right.
I'm like, just because I don't like it don't mean that there's someone else out there that's not going to.
Not going to, right.
Do you like our videos?
Do I like our videos?
Yes. Do you like
Absolutely. I'm a part of them, for one.
Okay. All right. I'll pull your card there because you don't always be sharing them.
That's the one thing I will say. I am probably the worst person at sharing. So when I had, when I was running my company, I did not miss when it came to posting other people, sharing other people. Hell, I just came across the original interview footage I had of you. And I'm like, yo, this is great content. I need to put this out. Mm-hmm. And it's like,
I've been waiting for it.
And so the reason why I've held on to that, and I can say that real quick too, I have stolen, allegedly, a bunch of our clips and whatnot. And because of the move I'm getting ready to be doing, my boys wanted to make a huge film project on that. And like that's something we'll have to talk about in detail later. But just like simple clips of us like before show or after show, like just post conversations, stuff like that. But yeah, at one point I was really good at doing that, and then it was like life got in the way, and even now life still gets in the way. But if it's important to you, you're gonna do it. So I'm not gonna say this is not important to me. There are so many things that I still am doing, and it's like you gotta manage your time. Mm-hmm. Just like you were saying earlier, you gotta manage your time.
Yeah.
So I can only strive to be better. So I'm going to strive to be better.
Mm-hmm.
But striving is only half the work.
Actions is more important than words. People love talking all day, but we need to see action and results.
See what you're doing, man.
Like you could
put
say
in that
you're
work
slaying all day. All right, how you gonna react when them cups get on you?
Exactly.
Do you still gonna be that gangster and know how to hold it down and shut your mouth,
mm-hmm.
or are you gonna be the one singing like a canary? Or I'll take it a step further.
It's a bunch of singers out there too.
Look, you gonna break her back, or are you gonna be the one to go to sleep first? Which one are you gonna be? Look, she said, oh, so you eat it from the bike, or are you gonna be like, yeah, it's too fuzzy. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be excited? You know how to give her that fish? Oh, I'm stop talking. Sorry, I'm not that person.
Yo. Oh shit.
He said it's too fuzzy. He said it's too fuzzy.
Fuzzy. Ew.
That's the title.
I don't even have a beard anymore, man, so I can't even be drenched. That's just how I feel. Sorry.
Wow, man.
Today's been a really rough day, so I need to masquerade in some laughter a little bit.
All right, it's review time.
Yeah.
All right, so you can go first.
Overall,
Thoughts on the album, favorite tracks, least favorites, why it's great, where it can improve, all that.
I wouldn't say because I didn't listen to it in order, I was kind of thrown off a bit. Like, cause some products, each song goes to the next really well, or they play just an entirely different switch up, and it's like, all right, like I can get to it. So I didn't hear that first and then hear Flowers. I listened to whatever number 4 was on the track. No, number 5 was on the track, and then went into that one. And I was like, so thrown into a backwards.
Hustle's Ambition,
that was number 5, right?
Yeah, Hustle's
yeah. So like, so that's why I want to say it wasn't like it's great. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but it's because I feel like if I would just listen to it in a better flow, in a better order, it would have made sense to me. But not everyone is just gonna play, an album and just like play everything in order. Some people just like hit shuffle.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and I feel like I should have did that. I feel like I should have just did what I do with everything and just take it one by one so I can have my notes done properly.
Google Drive, get your stuff together.
That's more so on me than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My absolute favorite though is not even the single. It's not the intro.
That intro?
Fire intro. That is my favorite thing.
That intro, huh?
That intro is hot, bro.
That's what's up, bro.
That intro is hot. What was number 2?
Number 2, energy.
Yes. Perfect segue. That's what I mean. That was like a perfect segue from that into that. So I had that same mindset, like, all right, this is swinging this way, this is swinging this way.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. The intro. Because you hear some interludes, you hear some intros, and that they're not always meant to be, you know, the be-all, end-all piece of that. And this is not the be-all, end-all piece. Because the single is freaking phenomenal. But it's like, for me, if you start off good, and if you start off really good, I feel like with that, there has to be great that follows it.
Right.
Or if you start off great, and there is no level to get higher than that, then you're setting yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But this was really, really good, and got even better, especially when you got to single and everything else in between, especially when you got to energy. By the way, go ahead and bump it on repeat, y'all. Like no hesitation.
Get that, man. Off that Hollywood's UMC, Undiscovered Master of Ceremonies on all platforms. So all you gotta type in. I told my cuz yesterday because he couldn't find it. I was like, it's on all platforms. And he was like, I thought it was on SoundCloud. I'm like, no, man. I said it's on all platforms. So I said, Tidal, Twitter. I said, whatever you got, you can find it. So he said he had Pandora. So I forgot all about Pandora.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. As soon as you said Pandora, I'm like,
I forgot all about Pandora. So I was like, type my name on there and see if it pop up. So I was like, damn, is it gonna pop up Pandora? I was like, yeah, type my name. So he typed it in Hollywoods and everything. That joint popped right up. I was like, damn.
That's gotta feel good though. I'm really waiting for the day I do that, man. I know he's waiting even more.
Yeah, he's waiting on himself. Or he's waiting on himself.
Hey, look, I'm about to be getting paid for doing what I love the most.
But look,
you know?
All right, going back to the album. Anything he can improve on? What other takes? What's going on?
I feel like Shelby.
Yes.
Killed it. I mean, not killed it, but you
Oh, man.
You got it.
There's probably like say 2 or 3 songs I would have added her up there for too, like just not even for full parts, just for her accent voice alone. Outside of that, like I just, and that's a personal choice too.
Mm-hmm.
Like if that's something you do, but considering you're already getting ready to work with her again, she has a song that like you can put in, as filler for a bunch of your music, and it's not gonna get old.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like you're touched, like. Oh, yo, I got this fire.
Right.
Like, who's that? That's my homegirl. That's like, I almost butchered it. I'm not even going to say her name this time.
Just say Shell.
Shell. You know what I mean? Tu sabe. But no, like, outside of that, I want to hear what it's like to have you fully aggressive on a song. So, like, because you have the stuff I would listen, like your entire flow is everything I would listen to on a daily. And I don't even listen to rap like that on a daily. So like the fact that I'm saying that, I promise you I'm not BSing you on that. Because he can tell you the stuff I write, the stuff I listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I would love to hear like a So Brooklyn style out of you. Like,
you know he has an aggressive song, right?
No. I mean, like, I want multiple people and seeing how he goes with that.
Oh, you want to
on the track with multiple people?
Yes.
like a one train, like a one train.
Yes, exactly. I was trying to.
Well, shoot, the joint I did today. My other guys back in Philly, they about to hop on and it's my boy Toast. I don't know if y'all probably heard him, but Santos and everything. Shout out to Santos. He real heavy in Philly, like on the radio stations and all that. My boy Raw Bucks, he just came home. He about to hop on that joint. Like those boys straight up goons. Like they about to go on there and do some damage on there. So I started the track off. They gonna hop right on there. So that's gonna be as aggressive as it gets.
That's what I mean, because like, and I'm like, don't try to play me. I'm like, I've listened to the entire thing on repeat.
No, I mean, there's some stuff in the cut that you haven't heard.
A word.
Oh yeah, Got some stuff in the
Excuse
cup.
me.
I let some feelings
This
out.
man waiting for the deluxe to drop. I hate it.
Hey, look, if he wouldn't have done the track I'm referring to, that I would have got done earlier.
Oh man. Oh man.
Right.
See, and that's what I think, because I think about songs like My Nigga, with all of those others on it, with YG and everybody else.
Yeah.
I think about songs like I Don't With You, and that's not even a heavy song. But like just a larger
Big Sean John?
Yeah. Like I think about a lot of artists that like have that on that heavy or Don't Like. That's another good one.
Don't Like, yeah.
Like that's what I
That's
would
my
like
shit
to
right
hear.
there.
You get what I mean? Like you did that Hustler's Ambition thing and it worked. So like I would like to see at least, you know, how you work with an ensemble like that.
Yeah.
And hear, because you like when you hear artists, it's like you hear a song, you're like, oh, I know this artist. Wait, who this? I'm like, this is Jack Marlowe. Like this is Doja Cat. This is
Hollywoods.
You know what I mean? Whatever. Like you I want to be able to hear everyone, but be able to point you out.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
I feel like when you have that voice that can really stand alone in a piece, like I know you do, that really can help make or break you too. Like, all right, put him in. You talk about a lot with Dreamville and everything. Like, who stands out? Who doesn't?
Yeah, I definitely want to get it back around to do like some linking up with a couple folks to do some music. But like I said, this joint I'm gonna do now, it's gonna be the start of it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Look, y'all, this is nowhere near the end of him. Nowhere near.
Never.
He got a shorty working. He working with Shell. Shell. Working with Shell.
Oh,
He working with his boys. Like, so, and that's just two. It's just two. And excuse me, then you got the buttload that we don't even know about yet. You hear me? You hear what I'm telling you?
Right.
So.
Crazy on the tracks.
Retro in the building, man.
Retro.
Get out there. Pay your respects. Comment to this video. Like it. Subscribe. Follow all of us.
Share it.
Share it. Do better than me. Do 2 times. Matter of fact, don't even just share it once. I know y'all got multiple accounts on there. You probably don't use Snapchat a lot like that. Hell, don't put it on MySpace. I will 2-piece you. Go ahead, put it on the book. Put it on the gram. Put it on Twitter. I just got up there myself. I'm about to delete it off my phone because it's crazy up there. Twitter after dark is different. So like, yeah, just put it up there. Put it out there, yeah. We'll talk this out.
If you're feeling real generous, donate.
No, yeah.
The link's in the description.
I was gonna say,
Yes,
put
sir.
the links in there. There we go. The links are I'm not gonna point down, but wherever the links are gonna be.
It's around us or
It's
below.
gonna be around.
Yes, sir.
If anything, if it's up and it's down, we'll just fix it for you. So you like that? I probably look cool. I feel like I probably look ghoulish doing that.
Yeah, I might make an edit of that, but
Don't
we'll
do
get
that.
to it.
All you hear in the edit is don't do that. You got a bad habit of doing that, bro. Yo, so we have good VAR, we have bad VAR, right? And I feel like with the ensemble, what I was telling you about, I feel like that's something where like if you get a lot of like bass voices in there, but everyone has their own style, and you like can really hit home with it, it's like boom, that's gonna go viral in a good way, great way, because then people will have favorites.
Yeah.
Everyone will have like, okay, I really rock with this person. I want to hear this person more. How can I find this stuff? Oh, this person works for him a lot more. So if I look through his stuff, and now who's also being viewed? You and the other person. This mug here. Yeah. And he sent me that. I'm like, that's me. What about it? He said, look at the view count. How many people was it?
It was about 270,000 people.
270,000 people heard me in my natural habitat. And I'm like, it went viral on TikTok. I'm not even up there. Like, I just got up there like a week ago and deleted the app still. Like,
Damn.
that's a lot. I feel fake famous. Oh my god. But yeah, this has definitely been
Conclusion on the album, man. Conclusion
on the album. I look forward to hearing what you got to put out next, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Flat out.
Okay.
Appreciate that right there. That's love, man. That's love, man.
We just gotta keep hustling on, you heard?
Hustle.
I see you. Okay. Well, I guess trying to get my review then. Okay. All right, listen up.
And he's biased because he helped produce it or whatever.
I mean, you don't have to be biased just because you got to do something. I will say during the process though, I got listener fatigue because my hands were all over the project. So trying to listen to it again outside of engineer ears, that was the hardest part for me to do. That's a me problem, but still, engineers can relate. If you do multiple things and have a show and you have the artists you're working with in the studio, you have to have them on and re-listen to the album in context.
Yeah,
it gets hard. It's like, damn, I wish I did more with that mix right here, right there, right there.
Yeah,
This would have sounded better. I'm doing that.
Oh, that's for artists too, man.
Absolutely.
You go back. I be listening to some of the words. I mean, it probably sounds smooth to y'all, but some of the stuff I said on there, I think I didn't say it all the way. Like, you know what I mean? Some of the words I fumbled on, like, I can hear it. It's like a nagging injury. Like
you can get away with it, but it's like it doesn't suffice to you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's beyond annoying. Yeah.
Sometimes your ears be playing. You're like, damn, did I mix that right? I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. All right. Right. That was not sounding like I thought. I was like, oh, all right, but I just had to listen to it one more time. That happened to me a few days ago. I was like, wait a minute, what? Hold on. I was like, oh, no, I'm good. All right. Whew.
My favorite song.
Intro, man. You crazy?
See, bro?
I play, yo. I couldn't even listen to the album again when I was working because I worked out for about a week when I was working out. All I was playing.
The
intro, just on loop. On loop. Let your bread stack on your bread. Listen. That's motivational when you're doing it.
That's what's up.
When you're doing it, it's motivational. And the lyrics relate and it hit home. I'm telling you. Just saying.
That's what's up, man. Yo, that's crazy. Because the intro actually that's fresh. That's fresh material right there. That's fresh wordplay.
I just caught the Snicker and Kit Kat bar just now.
You just got it? Yo,
I'm telling you, I'm listening with engineer ears,
I was
man.
out to your song, and I was just marking like certain things like that, that I'm like, okay, I caught this, and then I listen to the line before it, I'm like, oh, like fire! I love that. I love that.
Yo, shout out to my cuz, man. Like he watch a lot of battle rap and everything, so he got me into the battle rap world. Just watching different battle raps and everything. They use a lot of that in their cadence to entendres, double entendres, triple entendres, schemes and stuff like that. So, you know, I never used that. I mean, I kind of probably used it back in the day a little teeny bit, but I use it a little more heavier in my music today. And it's like, you know, it helps elevate my music style a little bit. You know, I try to flip style. You know, it's big dogs out there that can do it probably way just as good or way better than me. But I got my little way of doing it. It's like I do it within my music though. A lot of, you know, battle rap kind of really got that going on, but I do it within the music, and you'll catch a lot of schemes and entendres, you know, certain stuff on there too.
But they ain't saying put a print in that kitty, then they call it copycat.
Yo, I had to. That was a line I did not want to forget when I was driving.
Put a print.
And I don't text and drive. I really don't. I don't even like being on the phone and driving. And I'm like, yo, Siri, text Dre. She was saying all the wrong shit. I got to a light. I'm like, bro. All right, copy and sent. Now I know what line I wanted to use. What line I wanted to bring up at the show.
Man.
But I loved it.
Hey.
Man. What made you say that?
Nah, but it works.
Nah, but what made you think, oh, this is going to be fire? On the first song. What?
Hey, I just, you know, I get in my own little world. Like, I get in my zone. I call it, like, when I'm writing and doing music, I kind of, like, I black out. Sometimes, I be telling people this, and they don't believe me, but I don't be writing. Like nowadays, you know, people writing their phone. I don't be doing it. Like, it be, like, from the heavens. Like, it just make my thumbs move. I swear to you, like, I just be writing it, and then the words just come in my head, and then like I just be writing it. I don't know what it is. It's like the blessings from above, man. I say that. I think I say that too in one of my songs. Like the blessings from the sky, man. God just put the wordplay into my fingers, and I put it in the phone, and I look back. I go back and read it. I be like, damn, like. I just say that? Okay. Let me keep going. Because I start writing, then I just go into another dimension in my head. And you know what I mean, I just be in there like
You're
cooking.
tapping into that refillable source back there.
Yeah. I just go right into cook mode, man, and I black out, man. That's just how I write. That's how I always been writing. You know what I'm saying? Like it, and then it just come. Like sometimes I'll, you know, like if I'm not sure what a word means, I'll Google it. I'm like, let me make sure I'm writing this right. I don't want to say something crazy. I said one thing crazy, like on UFC 2022. So my homie, he kept messing with me with this. He was like, you know, antifreeze ain't cold, right? I'm like, huh? I'm like, no, it can get cold. I'm like, you know, because I said the bar, I said it's cold like antifreeze. I said, he was like, yeah.
Yo.
And he keep it 100 with me though. Wow. Like that's my man. Shout out to my man D, man. Darius, like he keep it 100 with me. Like he always playing like geeking with me and everything. But he's like, yeah, antifreeze don't get cold, bro. I'm like, bro, it do, cause you gotta like. I'm trying to like work around it, like
antifreeze. Like, you gotta think about it, antifreeze. You gotta think about the word itself, antifreeze. That's crazy.
So I was like, oh yeah. I was like, that's cool. I was like, but you know, I don't know. I said something. I freaked around it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It was just one of them bars. It just
sunset chemical. Don't worry, bro. Don't feel nothing. There's always a bar out there that can.
But no, Rick Ross said, what did he say? Something about
Molly and the champagne. She didn't even know it. Yeah, I know.
No, but no, it was another one. He said something about the Adidas. He's like, yeah, Adidas is something. He's like, just do it. Like,
he did. Oh my God.
So they're probably like, hold up. Hey, that's Nike. That's not Adidas. So, you know, I think all rappers do it. Sometimes they get caught up in the zone.
Singers do it too. What did T-Pain say? He said, and I seen a nigga throw it. That nigga threw it. Was throwing that.
He had to punch that in, fam. Ain't no way. He shouldn't have put that out. He got to punch that line in.
What?
He got to punch that line in.
You saw throwing it, boss.
That's crazy.
Or ASAP Rocky, 3-6, and nigga, no foreplay. If you don't know the bar, then you're like, yo, what?
Yeah, he did say it's not a purse, it's a satchel. Still a purse, my guy.
See, you know, a lot of artists get caught up, you know, with them, but that's why, and that's another thing I love to try to like critique what I'm saying before I put it out and just make sure everything is right. You know what I'm saying? I'm real heavy on that one. I think that one bar slipped out. You know what I'm saying? My boy got at me with it, but. Other than that, everything else just been flawless.
I feel like it's healthy. Especially if you have that kind of mistake out there.
Yeah.
And then, like, because you didn't have that story to share. Like, yeah, my boy called me out on it. You know what I mean? I ain't perfect. But if you thought the song was fire and you didn't even notice it,
right.
Man, there you go.
We
already know it's fire.
We could.
And then it's like, bro, it hits you. You're like, what? Like, when I first, like, because I started writing Sleazy when we were in here, right?
You had some before, but
I had something before, and then I really just started like, all right, whatever, and the whole the best man line that I'm gonna use, it was like I worded it so backwards when I first did it, and I'm like, this isn't right, and I'm like, yo, I need a second. He's like, you cool? I'm like, no. I need a second. Go into it. It's like some things you'll catch yourself, and like afterwards you hear it, you're like. No, okay, we need to go back on this. But yeah, man, it's funny, like, cause you can always be like Tyler the Creator, say some such, and just gonna go through and. Wow, man.
So on Last Dope MC, when you have the scheme of literally undressing music notes, what was going through your head and what made you create? All right, I'm gonna talk about music like I'm talking about. A woman, like pretty much.
You see, bro, the entire thing, sex, music, bro.
That bar right there, man.
Ripping the clothes off music notes.
Yo, that bar right there. It was like I said. The pen from the heavens, man. I was just in the zone, man, and I like talk about like different parts of. like the percussion, different parts of the music, the drums.
Why are you the last dope MC?
Absolutely.
Well, why I'm the last dope MC?
Yes.
I just feel like, man, my era, man, of MCs, like it was heavy. You know, it was a lot of heavy MCs back then. It was just like ain't too many people doing it like how I'm doing it anymore. And you know, you got your few guys that's crazy with it. You know what I mean? But the music nowadays is just like the babies, little babies, and you know what I mean, different stuff like that. But I just feel like I'm the last dopest person, you know, to make dope music. You know, that's just how you gotta feel about yourself anyway. You know what I mean? You gotta feel that way. You gotta feel like can't nobody, you know, get on your level. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody mess with you. So when that beat came on, that's what made me write that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the last dope MC you ever see. Who's with me? Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. And when you bounced it down, when you like mixed it down, whatever on that part, the snare drums and everything, I like how you slowed that joint down too, man.
Hey, listen,
That
man.
joint was crazy.
It takes two to make a track come together for real, man. So that beat didn't do that just by itself. That was me.
That was him. He slowed that thing down. You know what I mean? Like, that was crazy. You know what I mean? It brung that to life right there. So yeah.
I was trying to, cause I was listening to what you were saying on that part, and you said
third verse is a pervert, cause I get freaky with flows, and I'm feeling myself. I'm peeking through clothes of music notes. Rip the pants off snare drums, turn the track out. Beat the bass, make the PC have a blackout. Wrestle with pianos, make a tap out. I found my way through the rhythm, I navigated, got the map out. I got the map out, you feel me? So, you know.
Yeah, address that, hoe.
oh man.
So, you know, that's actually, Last Dope MC was the toughest song to like you really remember anyway. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to learn Last Dope MC because it's just so many elements, so many things I said in that song, and I flip my words so much in there, and it's a little the speed of it is a little faster than what I usually do to try to catch that beat. But yeah,
stepping out the comfort zone to make something get better. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. I just write so much, man. It's just when you got like millions, thousands of words in your head, it's just like it's just crazy, man. Like trying to remember everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I just wrote so much in my life, man. It's just if y'all seen what a lot of the stuff that I wrote, man, it's crazy, man. My catalog is crazy.
I got someone fire in mind I would like to hear him spit with. Another young guy like us.
All right, hold on.
I'm thinking out loud.
I have a top 4 because I can't remember the 5th one right now.
Okay.
Got the intro, UMC Undiscovered intro, Last Dope MC, Tiger Style.
You like Tiger Style, right?
Yeah. Why? And it's a 5th one. I can't remember the 5th one right now. But those are my top. I put Hustle's Ambition at 5.
Hustle. Okay.
That's my top 5.
That intro.
Outro, Energy, Hustle Ambition, Flowers, and Ghetto Gospel. There we go. I couldn't think of the name, but I'm like, it's something like gospel, the title. Why did I? Yeah, Ghetto Gospel, yeah.
Yeah, I like that joint too, man. I like Ghetto Gospel, man. Actually, and the guy that Ike the Writer, shout out to Ike the Writer, he basically, it was basically like a song that he already had his vocals laid on there, so that actual beat, production, everything was already built. So I just added my, vocals to it. So, yeah, that joint. I talk about, I get real mature on that track right there. So I basically talk about, good credit, saving your money, stuff like that. A little mature side of me.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going through it right now. I feel like that's why I connected to it so well. Like, for us. So
especially pinpointing off of why. Great follow up for sure in the context of the album.
Why, yeah. That was an add-on. You know, a couple of my homies passed away, and I was getting that is a true story too. Especially when I was like writing that song, and the song I was saying, I said I got a picture of my homie Hami, like while I was writing this song, and like my homie sent me a picture of him in a casket. Man, it was just like crazy. It was messing me up because I just seen him last week on Facebook, rapping, performing, doing his thing. That's my homie I grew up with from the same hood and everything, and it was just like that. Just to see him like that, man, it just messed me up, man. So, you know, I had to write a joint for him and my other boy. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Ease, Hami. You know what I'm saying? Two good dudes, man. You know what I mean? And great talent too. Like, great talent. It's just sad. Just like all that talent just gone. Like,
it's not going. Just think of it as displaced.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean like it's still obtainable. But the question is, are you going to be the one to obtain it?
Right.
Or will it grow into someone else for someone else? Will it grow and spread towards someone else that has a similar flow to it, to where you can say, yo, this person reminds me of this, and they were fire, so I know they're going to be even better.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that stuff is displaced, temporarily displaced. I don't feel like it's gone.
True. That's fact.
You know, there's certain songs I've had people record in here. It's just like, man, such a good song. I hate it had to be made. That's one of those tracks for me because of the unfortunate pain that had to be delivered and distributed for that to be created. And of course, there's a bunch of other songs like that, but lately I just have been thinking, man, this is a great song. I hate it had to be a song, but it's a real situation that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just sad, but you know, as an artist, you have to create stuff that's real to you, and can hopefully impact somebody else and help somebody else in that situation.
True. And
also just to get it off your chest so you can feel a little bit better and do something with it besides just keep it inside.
Facts. Yep.
Because art is expression. It's a way for us to vent, heal, and put out stories and situations that we want the world to hear and see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's truth.
It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, it's a part of the life.
Yeah.
So
that's what it is, man. Definitely a part of life, man. It's tough, man, but you know, gotta just keep moving, man. Just gotta keep living, man. Like, you know, gotta live for today. You know, and take care of your family. Keep them right. You know, and just make sure you I guess pick up that phone and call somebody that you ain't talked to in a long time. Just call them, because you never know. One day they here, the next day they not. So that's how I look at it, man. Like, I've been trying to keep in touch with, family, keep in touch with my mom, my dad, talk to my grams, and the social media platform now, is you're able to see where everybody's lifestyle, see what everybody's doing anyway. So I'm glad, they got that, so that's another way to, kind of keep in touch as well. So before we couldn't do you got to pick up the phone and, hey, yo, what's up, dog? How you been?
I still prefer that.
What's up with you?
I hate finding stuff out on social media, bro. Because either you're masquerading up there, or you post stuff that you posting too much, and it's like, all right, TMI.
Mm-hmm.
It's your account. If you don't like it, don't follow it.
right.
But yeah, man, nothing beats picking up the phone and hearing someone's voice. Or screw that, going to see them.
Going to see them, yeah.
But if they're different country or different state or whatever, it's gonna be costly. Just putting gas in your car to go a couple miles.
Right.
So when you can pick up the phone, do that. Plus, when you text someone, I don't know if you've ever had this issue. Like, great writer. I know I'm a great writer. I know Dre's a good writer. Right?
Damn,
I am
that's
a
get good.
horrible.
That's crazy.
What?
That's get good. That's crazy. Go ahead.
Nah, we're all greats in here.
I'm joking, man.
We're all greats. We're all greats, striving to continue to be better. Say it like that. But nah, you good. But no, like
Keep it real. I respect it. Go ahead.
Nah. Dre is seriously under.
It's not about me, man. Go ahead.
No,
Go
there's
ahead.
a point to this. He's seriously underrated. Out of all my friends that we know each other, the same way he got some jokes for your behind, he got some bars that'll do the same. Pause. But
Most underrated rapper you ever know. I'm telling you.
go. So,
I'm waiting for that album, man. So
It's already out.
It's out?
It's been out since
Man,
last year.
you ain't share it with me?
I got you.
he shared when he first dropped it, and that's it.
I'm definitely not the greatest promoter myself. I'll give my.
See, not the best promoter, not the best share. There we go.
No, myself, I'm not the best promoter. But go ahead and
But no, I don't know if you guys have ever had this issue. Texting. Like, texting will get misconstrued, like, and just taken the wrong way quite a bit. That's why I prefer calling people. So, like, if I'm calling, Dre, pick up the phone or just text me, holler at you later. He does. He's pretty good at that. So, like, pick up the phone, call someone, and I'm saying this just off experience today alone. Call someone. Tell someone you love them. If you don't love them, tell them, hey, you're not the worst person to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being a... But the same way you can connect through music, you should be able to connect with other people the same way. I mean, some people write as if they're writing for an audience of one, that one being themselves. That's only good if it's a song that you really need to put out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you write like you do, if you produce the way you do, you want people to feel it. You want people to connect their vibe with it. You gotta vibe and connect with people to know that, to learn how to make your music do that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just a bit easier. It's like second nature. It's like breathing.
Most definitely.
But you can't control how someone perceives something. So I get that's why it can be difficult. So pick up the phone, call someone,
Call somebody, man.
let them know.
Definitely,
Music,
definitely.
put it out. You never know.
Give them their flowers.
Give them their flowers so you can get your petals.
There
And
you
by
go.
the time you got all those petals, you have a whole damn bouquet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to put that in the song. I'm
Ah.
about to do that today. Ooh, fake bark. Stop.
Last question though.
Yes, sir.
What's one word or phrase that makes you great?
One word or phrase that makes me great. You asked this question on Instagram, didn't you?
I did, but just answer the question for me, sir. I didn't like your answer. I didn't want to tell you that, but I didn't like your answer because it wasn't a good enough answer
I don't
for
know. I
me.
was thinking kind of out the box when I said living.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
well, it's not. Nah. We need concrete specifics. I know you got something better than that.
One word, man. Let me see. One word that makes me great. So, I'ma just go, man. I'm excellent.
I feel like you don't like that.
Excellent.
No, I don't like that answer.
All right. I want you. This is how I want you to answer it.
Okay. All right.
Take everything you did from when you were younger, include
Okay.
that break that you had. Take everything you've done during that break,
Okay.
becoming the man you are, and the products the music that you done put out. This project that has become more than a project. The satisfaction that you had with the single.
Okay.
Put that out. And then I also apply where you're at right now. Being in this feeling where it feels like an interview, because we are interviewing.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
You know, take all of that into consideration. All of those steps that got you here. You're
Okay.
grateful, right?
Yeah.
So, what word to you means that gratitude that can express how you are for your steps all the way here? And give me this word.
I'm surviving. You know what I mean? I stuck with it. I'm gonna just try to keep talking until the word kind of like pop up.
I think you got it.
Survivor.
Not even just that. because I stuck with it, I'm a survivor.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what
I mean, that's because I can't really put it like a word like I was great, where I was strong. You know what I mean?
All those qualities and characteristics makes you a survivor. So boom.
But yeah, I think during that break and everything, it was just mentally, I was so great at what I do, and I remembered that I had a voice to speak. You know what I mean? That's what I said on the end of the. So I remember I had a voice to speak. I would say, I like I said, I stuck with it, survived with it, and I had a voice to speak. That's pretty much. I remembered I had a voice to speak. That's probably my phrase. A little bit.
I have no words.
But I could give you a word though. I would say passionate. You know what I mean? I think that's more. I just had heavy passion for entertainment. I definitely would say passionate, man. I think I found the word, because it's what I love to do, and during that break, it's like, it was like when I was working with that producer, engineer. When I first moved out here, this would happen to both the engineers. The first engineer I worked with was a young boy. Went to his crib. I did a mixtape of just throwback beats, and he did everything, mixed it down, everything. Put the CD out, and then a couple months later, he got shot and killed out in Durham somewhere.
Oh man!
So I was just like, damn. I was like, man, I gotta find another studio. Like my man gone. I can't even. Go to the studio. So I found another guy, because I had once that happened, I chilled for a minute. So I found another guy, and we was rocking and everything, making music. He moved to Atlanta, like out of nowhere. I was doing songs with him, building chemistry with him. He moved on me. So I'm just like, damn, man. I'm like, all right, every time I'm trying to get comfortable, something happens. I was like, you know what, man? So this shit must ain't for me no more, man. So I just chilled. You know what I mean? Then, I found the passion again when I went to Philly. My cousin put me on, the group I was telling you. We all got together, my cousin started doing battle raps. We all started making music again. And, I did a little music here and there, little verses and stuff like that. But I wasn't really, doing it in, major. And, from there, I just felt like, what? I feel like I could do this. I could do this again. Then I found somebody named Dre. Down here. You know what I'm saying?
How did you come across Dre?
Artist Bill Studios. And that's when it was like, I was like, you know what? This shit took off from there. And then the passion just hit me like bam. So the passion really came back for the music is when I met Dre and I got in the booth again and I was able to be consistently coming back making music. And you know what I'm saying? That's where it all starts with the engineer, man. If you got a great engineer, and you can hear your music and you can hear your voice and the mix down, everything is right, the mastering is right, the passion, it comes right back to you. And that's just how I felt.
Yeah, I've been watching this dude do a lot, and he does multiple shows, and then is in here with multiple guests and clients and whatnot, doing what he loves, right? And like I told him when I get out, I have a bunch of stuff I'm doing, like running a podcasting with my boys I'm moving to with, and then also following into his footsteps and being a professional sound engineer, which is gonna take time. Don't get me wrong, because I love just being the writer of everything. Knowing this helps tremendously.
Right. And
it's like, I'm glad I've had a good teacher so far. Even when he thinks I'm not paying attention, I'm paying attention. But it's like, I'm asking with me talking. The more I talk, the more like I see him do.
Yeah.
Because he's really good at being multitasking.
Okay.
So if I'm asking him a question, he's really good at like doing something good and like yo, so this is how we're doing, blah, 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 blah. I'm paying attention to all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Observing that, soaking it in, so I can know how to do it, so I can learn how to do it.
Yeah.
But you can't learn how to be Dre. You can only learn from what he teaches.
There you go.
My brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Fun fact: first track he came and recorded was Energy.
That was the first
Oh,
one?
yeah. Damn, that was the first one.
Very first track he came and recorded was
Look,
Energy.
that's in my top 4, so boom. Tell you what, you brought the energy for real.
Damn, that was the first joint.
Very first one.
Damn, that's crazy.
That being said, you have any last words, sir?
Man, look, man, just look me up, Hollywoods. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Hollywoods, man. UMC on all platforms. The video is out, Hustler's Ambition. You know what I mean? Go to YouTube. I got my own YouTube page. So once you type in Hollywoods, Hustlers, make sure you put in Hollywoods with the S on the end too. I always say that, you know what I mean? People be like, that was Hollywood. No. Hollywoods. You know what I mean? My last name Woods and I'm Holly Great. So, Holly, you know what I mean? Hollywoods, Hustler's Ambition on YouTube. You know what I mean? Check that out. And, you know, all my follows is on there. Once you'll see my link tree and everything. Just follow. You can follow me everywhere. Spotify, all platforms. You know what I mean? Check that joint out. Pandora. Yeah, I'm on that too.
Oh man, that was funny. I haven't thought about that site forever.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm like Pandora.
Pandora's like the Club Penguin of all these different music platforms, man.
Yeah, man.
And
so
if y'all old enough to know what that is, dear God help me.
With that being said, we appreciate all you for being a part of the show. Now and in the future, this is a 2.5 LLCs podcast. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. 2.5 LLCs podcast. My name is Dre. This is Trav. Hollywood's our special guest. Check out this stuff on all platforms once again. And our information will be around our faces in the description. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, donate. Tell a friend to your girlfriend, all the people in the world.
Share.
And we will be seeing you every Tuesday.
Subscribe.
More coming soon. 2.5 LLCs podcast. We're out of here. Peace.